what are we asked to find? So to find, we need to find the volume of coal. So what is the formula for volume of coal? Next step, we write the formula. So what is the formula of coal? That is 1/3 pi r squared h. Right, students? With that, we begin the solution. Now, before you start with the solution, always try to look at the roadmap, right? So what is the solution? The first step, that is to solve volume, we need r and h. R is already given, but we don't know what is h. So step one, we need to find h, and once we get h, we can find the volume, right? So we begin with finding h. Now how do we find h? With whatever is given, we start with whatever is given, right? So total surface area equals to 7128, right? We substitute or replace TSA with the formula of cone. So what is the formula? It's pi r plus L, right? Pi r plus L is the total surface area of cone, and that is equals to 7128. Okay, students, and now we will be substituting the values and solving for L. So you see, actually we need H, but first we are getting L. So just changing the roadmap, we will get L first, and then we need to find H, and finally we need to find the volume. Okay, so just substituting the values. What are the values? Pi is 22/7 times radius is 28 times r plus h, that is 28 plus L, that is equals to 7128. And what are we going to do here? We are going to cross out the like factors. So here 7 times 1 is 7 and 7 times 4 is 28. So we are left with 22 into 4 times 28 plus L, which is equals to 7128. And what will be the next step? We move this 22 and 4 to the other side. So that will be 28 plus, okay, let me do it on the other side, just a minute. So we are just moving this 22 and 4 to the other side. So this will be 28 plus L, that is equals to 7128 divided by 22 into 4, right? And now we need to simplify this. So how do we simplify that? You can simply use the formula, the table of 4 or 2, whatever is comfortable for you, right? So this will be, let's say, you can use the table of 2. So that would be 2 times 3 is 6, 5 is 10, 2 times 6 is 12, 2 times 4 is 8, like that. And then you see we can use the table of, let's say, you can use the table of 4. So crossing out like that, that would give us, yes, 4 times 1 is 4, times 8 is 32. We are left with 3, 4 times 9 and 4 times 1, like that, right? So we are left with 28 plus L, which is equals to 891 divided by 11. Now simply dividing by 11, we get 28 plus L, that is equals to 11 times 8 is 88 and 11 times 1 is 11, right? So we are left with 81. So that is, we need to shift 28 to the other side. So we are left with 81 minus 28. Okay, students. So L equals to how much? That would be 53. So L equals to 53 centimeters. Okay, and then next step, we will try to find out H, right? Because if you look at the road map, it says first thing we find L, then we find H, and then we find volume, because to find volume we need H, right? So let's start with finding out height. What formula we use here? So we know L square equals to R square plus H square, and we have to find height. So shift this R square to the other side. That would be L square minus R square equals to h square, right? Which is 53 squared minus r squared. Just substitute the value, students, and try it out. So that has to be, yes, that has to be, we are trying to find out the height. So it will be 53 squared minus r squared. R is how much? R is 28. That is 28 squared, which has to be the height, right? Now simplifying, you get the height over here. So squaring this, and then subtracting, you would get something that would be h squared, right? Now, instead of squaring, I will give you a trick over here. Instead of squaring this part, what we can do is, we can use the formula, that is, we can use an identity, which is a squared minus b squared is equals to a plus b times a minus b. Okay, now why am I using this identity here? Just to make the calculations easy. A squared minus b squared equals to a plus b times a minus b. So this formula over here, this calculation would be h squared equals to 53 plus 28 times 53 minus 28. I'm not going to square, I'm not going to do the calculations. So addition and subtraction is easy over here. So adding up, I would get, this would be 81 times 53 minus 28, that would give me 25. Yes, and now you see we are left with h squared equals to 81 and 25. So no need to multiply again. Okay, no need to multiply again, because we have to find h. That means we can take a square root on other side. So square root of 81 times 25. Just check, we are saving so much time here. We are not doing any calculations, that is, we are not doing anything manually. So square root of 81 is 9 and square root of 25 is 5, right? That would give us height to be 5 nines of 45. So we got the height to be 45 centimeters. No calculations, that is, we have not done any multiplication. Just check square of 53 and square of 28, double digit multiplication. So we have saved time here. And then next we have to find the volume, right, students? So I'm going to erase out that identity. Then the next step is to find out the volume, which is main part of the question, and the last part, right? So volume, what is the volume of a cone? Yes, let us just quickly go back. We are asked to find the volume, and that is 1/3 pi r square h, right? So 1/3 pi r squared h. We are just going to substitute the values here. Pi is 22 by 7, right, students? Just confirming, yes. So pi is 22 by 7. What is r? R is 28. But since it is r squared, we are going to multiply it twice. And then height is how much? It's 45. And that would be the volume, right? We are going to simplify now. So simplifying, 3 times 1 and 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. Like that, we can cross out the 7 as well. 4 times 7 is 28. So we are left out with what? Just check, 22 times 4 times 15 times 28. Again, to make these calculations easy, always try to multiply such numbers that you get zeros at the end. So that has to be 22 times 4 times 15 will give us how much? So that would be 60, right, students? And multiply it with 28. Now these small calculations, yes, you have to do these calculations, and finally you would get the answer that would be equal to, yes, anyone quickly just try out to do the calculations and just check what will be the volume for this. 22 times 60 times 28. Yes, and what will be the answer? Just I'm giving you 30 seconds. Try it out, students. So that will be 36960, and the unit, what will be the unit? That has to be centimeter cube. Remember, for volume, the exponent has to be 3. For area, the exponent has to be squared. Fine. So we will take a complete look at what we did on this problem. This problem can be asked for 3 to 4 marks. we are given the total surface area and we have to find the volume. So we start with finding, using whatever is given. Total surface area gives us the length over here, right? We get the slant height. Using the slant height and radius, we solve to find the height, which is 45. And then finally, we find the volume, which is by using the formula 1/3 pi r squared h. Okay, let us move to next question now. That is the third question. Now, what are we given over here? So just check what is given, students. The curved surface area is given, CSA of cone, that is pi r L is given, 251.2 centimeters squared. Of course, we are given radius as well, that is 8 centimeter. And we are asked to find, what are we asked to find? Height, and it is the slant height and the perpendicular height. So remember, slant height means L and the perpendicular height means H. So perpendicular height, that is H. All right. And what will be the formula? We will use the formula which is given, right? We are given CSA. So we will start with using that formula to find L. So the road map will be step 1, we will find L using CSA, and then step 2, we will find H using which formula? That is L squared equals to R squared plus H squared, right? So let us begin with the solution. I hope all of you are solving it with me, right, students? So the solution, we start with the CSA, whatever is given, start with that. So we know the CSA is pi RL, CSA of a cone, and that is equals to 251.2 in this case. So let us substitute the values. We are given pi equals to 3.14, radius is 8, and we don't know what is L, so keep L as it is, that is equals to 251.2. Right, students? And then what are we going to do next? We are going to shift the numbers on the other side. So 314 times 8, we are going to shift it to the other side, and that would give us L equals to 251.2 over, because the numerators will move to the denominator, right? So 3.14 times 8, like that. And now what will be the next step? We are going to get rid of the decimals over here. So the decimals, there are 2 decimals in the denominator, so we multiply by 100 to the top, and there is 1 decimal in the top, so we are going to multiply by 10 to the denominator, right? So let us do the calculations. That will be L equals to 2512 times 100, because there are 2 decimal places in the denominator, upon 314 times 8 into 10, because there is 1 decimal place in the top, right? Now we will just cross out zeros, right? And then you can just check using which calculations would help. Think, students, which calculations would help. Remember this 314, they are given that 314 is there, so somewhere this 314 is going to be helpful to you. Okay, so we can start crossing out using the formula of, let's say, 4. So just check, 4 times 2 is 8, and 4 times 6 is 24. We are left with 1, so 4 times 2 is 8, and that would be 4 times, okay, so just a minute, once again just check, 4 and 2 and 8 and a 0, yes. And then we are left with, just check, this 0 is from the 10, so we are left with L equals to 6280 over 314 times 2. Okay, so clearly you can see this is twice. If you cross this out, we are left with 1, and this would be 3140, right? And now see, the calculations become so easy. Clearly 314 match, so that would be 10 times, so that gives us L equals to 10 centimeter. Aren't those calculations easy? So the thing is that you don't need to multiply at all, just use small numbers. Let's say you can use the table of 2 or 4, like that, and Using small numbers, just try to go on crossing out the common factors, and finally you will be left with a whole number. Over here it was a whole number, luckily. So L equals to 10 centimeters, right students? And what is the next step? We have to find the perpendicular height. So far we have got slant height, we will find the perpendicular height now, that is h. And how do we find that? Using the formula L squared equals to R squared plus h squared, right? So substitute the values here, and this will be L is 10, so 10 squared equals to R, we know R, that is equals to 8, so 8 squared plus we don't know height, so we write it as it is, h squared. And we are going to shift this 8 to this side, so that would be minus 8 squared, right? So 10 square minus 8 square equals to h square. This is 100 minus 8 times 8 is 64, which is equals to h squared. So what are we left with? Subtract, and that would be 36 equals to h squared. And finally we get h equals to root of 36. That is equal to how much, students? That is equals to, yes, h is equals to 6 centimeters, right students? And then what will be the last step? We need to state it out properly as per the question. So we were asked what is the slant height, and what is the perpendicular height, right? So conclusion, we can just write out that the slant height, that is equals to 10 centimeter, and the perpendicular height, that is equals to 6 centimeter. Wasn't that some easy? So just check, students, we are not doing much calculations, we are just doing these smartly and using very small numbers, small tables. You're just going to cross out and get the answers easily. Fine, we move to next question, that is fourth one. Yes, this is application based question, and we start with writing out what is given. So we are given that the question says, what will be the cost of making a closed cone of tin? So we are making a closed cone of tin, and the radius is given to be 6 meters, and the slant height is given to be 8 meters. And the rate is also given, rate equals to rupees 10 per meter squared, and we are asked to find the cost. Okay, so let us write out what is given. We are given that the radius is equals to, yes students, the radius is given to be 6 meters, the slant height, that is L, is given to be 8 meters, and the rate is given, so rate equals to rupees 10 per meter squared. And what are we asked to find? We are asked to find the cost of making the tin, which is in shape of a cone, right? So that is shape of a cone, and we have to find the cost, right? So we are making the closed shape cone. So will it be TSA or will it be CSA? Will it be total surface area or will it be curved surface area? Think, students. Yes, since it is a closed figure, it has to be TSA. So we are going to find out the TSA first, and then we find the cost. So what are the formulas that we use here? We need to find the TSA first. So what is the TSA of a cone? TSA of a cone is pi r plus L, right? And this is the first thing. And the second thing, we have to find the cost. So remember, cost will be equals to TSA times the rate. Okay, cost is whatever is asked. Suppose it was volume, then that would be volume times rate. Here it's the total surface area, so that would be total surface area times the rate, like that. I hope you all are following. Okay, and the next step will be, so are we given R? Yes, we have R, we have L. So what will be the roadmap? It is simple, find the TSA first and then the cost. All right, so let's get started with the solution now. Yes, so the solution. We start with finding the TSA. What is the TSA? That is pi r plus L. Now, what will be the value of pi over here? Okay, so what will be the value of pi? Whenever it is not mentioned, whenever the value of pi is not mentioned, you should always take it to be 22 over 7. Okay, so here we start with pi, that is 22 over 7 times radius, which is 6 in the bracket, 6 plus L, that is 8, like that. Okay, this is easy calculations. Fine, students. So that would be 22 over 7. As per the Bodmer's rule, we need to find the brackets. We need to solve the brackets first. So that would be 6 plus 8, that would be 14, right, students? And then simple calculation, 7 times 2 is 14. So what are we left with? We are left with 22 times 6 times 2. That can be, yes, just calculating, that would be equal to 264 meter squared. Yes. So we have got the TSA, right? And what will be the next step? We need to find the cost. It is easy. We know the formula. Simply multiply with the rate, right? So cost is TSA times the rate. What is TSA? We have got that to be 264 times the rate. Rate is 10, and that gives us the answer to be 2640. That is the cost of making a closed cone of tin sheet. Okay. Yes, and just highlight the answers. So what is the answer here? That's the cost, right, students? I hope this is very clear. Again, this question can be asked for 3 marks, and these are straight and easy calculations, right? We move to next question now. So question number 5. We start with whatever is given. So what are we given? Volume of cone is 6,280 cubic centimeters. This is the volume. We are given the radius to be 30 centimeter, and we are asked to find the perpendicular height, that is h. We are also given the value of pi. So write out what is given first. We are given that the volume is equals to 6280. We are given the rate, centimeter cube, sorry, we are given the radius, that is 30 centimeters, and we are asked to find, we are also given the value of pi. You can add it in the given part. We are asked to find the perpendicular height, that is h. So h equals to question mark, right? And what will be the formulas that we use here? We use the formula of volume straight away, because we are just asked to find the height, right? So formula will be the volume of cone, that is 1/3 pi r squared h, right, students? And this is just one formula that we use, and we will get height. So no roadmap, only one step. You get the answer in a single step. Let us start with the solution. So solution, we start with the formula. So whatever is given, we write that part. We are given that volume equals to 6280. Volume is 1/3 pi r squared h, right? That is equals to 6280. We are going to substitute the values. That would be 1/3. What is pi? Pi is 3.14 times radius. Radius is 30 and it's squared. So we are going to write it twice, times height, which is equals to 6280, like that. Okay, and now the calculations, please concentrate here. This would be 3 times 10 is 30, right? What are we left with? We are left with 3.14 times 10 into 30. We can write it as, this can be written as 10 into 3. So that would be 3 times 100 times h, which is equals to 6280. Now again, why did we do this? Because there are two decimal places over here. If you multiply 3.14 with 10, if you multiply 3.14 with 10, the decimal point would disappear, isn't it, students? So that would give us 314. Yes, that would give us 314 times 3 times h, which is equals to 6280, right? And we need to shift these numbers to the other side because we have to find h. So that would give us h is equals to 6280 divided by, we need to move these numbers to the bottom, right? So that would be 314 times 3, and simple calculations will give you the answer, right? In the earlier problem itself, we saw that twice of 314, twice of 314 is 628. So students, be very careful, just check, just looking at the numbers you should be able to identify. No need to multiply 314 with 3 and then do the long division and everything like that. No need at all. Just check. 314 times 2 is 628, and there is a 0, right? So we got the height directly. So height is 20 over 3. You can put this in decimals also, or you can keep the fraction as it is. Now for this one, there's a printing mistake in the textbook. At the end, the answer is given to be different, but this is the answer. Fine. So height equals to 20 over 3 centimeter, or you can also get it to decimals. Fine, students. Now we move to next question, the last one, that is the sixth one. Let us start working on this. So what are we given? We are given that surface area of cone is 188.4 centimeters squared, and the slant height is given to be 10, and we are asked to find its perpendicular height. We are given pi. All right, so we begin with writing out what is given. Okay, so what are we given? We are given the surface area. Now remember, whenever it's just surface area, in this question actually it is curved surface area. Fine. For this question it is curved surface area. This has to be mentioned, so it will be mentioned in exam. Curved surface area is given. So CSA is equals to 18.4 centimeter. It's 188.4 centimeters squared, and slant height is 10 centimeters. We are asked to find perpendicular height, that is h, and we are given pi, that is 3.14. Fine. So to find, what are we asked to find? We asked to find the perpendicular height, that is h. And what will be the formula, students? The formula is the formula of CSA, straight away the same formula. So what is the formula for curved surface area of cone? Try to recollect. That is pi RL, right? So formula is pi RL, and using this we will get L first. Using this we will get radius first, and then using another formula we can find the height easily, right? So let us put up the roadmap. Step 1, we will find radius first using whatever is given, and then step 2, we can find out height using the formula L squared equals to R squared plus H squared. Fine. So let us start with the solution. Yes. So the solution, just a minute. We start with whatever is given, right? So CSA is given. We put up CSA is equals to 188.4, and we will just replace the CSA with the formula, that is pi RL, which is equals to 188.4. What is pi? Pi is 3.14 times radius, we don't know, times height, that is times L, that is 10, which is equals to 188.4. And now you can just multiply 3.14 with 10 over here. That would be 31.4 times R equals to 188.4. Now remember, students, what happened here? Whenever we are multiplying by 10 or multiples of 10, the decimal point will move to the right. So here there was 1 0, so the decimal point moves 1 digit, like that. Okay. And now what will be the next step? Shift this 31.4 to the other side. So that would give us radius. Radius equals to how much? R equals to divided by, that is 31.4, right? And what are we going to do? We are going to get rid of the decimal point first. So multiplying top and bottom by 10, that would give us 1884 divided by 314. Yes. And now the calculations. Yes, students. So the calculations again, if you look at the numbers closely, you can see that 3 times 6 is 18. So just try it out. Simple calculations. And do we get the same number? Okay, just try it out. And yes, you will see that it is 6 times. Okay, so everything is like close observation. So crossing out, you would get the radius to be 6 centimeters. Okay. And the next step, that is we need to find the height. So how do we do that? For finding out the height, we will be using the formula, that is L squared equals to R squared plus H squared. We have the L with us, right? So what is L? L is 10 and R is 6. So L is 10 and R is 6. 10 squared equals to 6 squared plus height squared, right? 6 has to move to the other side. So that would be 10 squared minus 6 squared equals to H squared. You can first find out the square and then you can move it to the other side. No problem. You can solve it anyway. Fine. So 10 square is 100 and 6 squared is 36 equals to H squared, and subtracting you would get the answer to be 64, which is equals to H squared. So H will be square root of 64. That gives us height. Height equals to square root of 64. That is how much? That is 8 centimeters, right? And that completes the solution over here. We got the radius first and then we got the height. Always remember to put the units in correct place and highlight the final answers. Okay, students. So here we have completed this practice set 9.2. Okay, and this was the last question. I hope everything is clear. And now we are going to play a small quiz wherein you require to identify which formula will be used to solve that particular question. Okay. So we did these questions. Let us quickly revise the formulas. Why? Because we are going to use these formulas for the quiz. Okay. So take a note of this, everyone. Quickly, you can just take a screenshot or you can just note them down. Yes. So these are the formulas for cube, cuboid, and cylinder. And for this one, for the second next three structures, that is cone, hemisphere, and sphere, these are the formulas. I need to just make one correction over here. Just a minute, students. So this part over here, the total surface area has to be pi r plus L, and the curved surface area or the vertical surface area, that is pi r L, like that. Okay, so if you wish, you can quickly take a screenshot of that. Yes, with that, we will begin with the quiz. I hope everyone is ready. So these are the statistics or the results of one of the quiz which we conducted the last time. There were 412 participants and yes, everyone had fun. Let's begin with the quiz. So most of you are aware we are going to use the link that is of quizzes. What you are supposed to do, you need to go to any browser, you need to Google in joinmyquiz.com. You need to Google in joinmyquiz.com. So please try to observe the screen first. Okay, try to get the directions and then you can try it out. So first you need to go to Google. You have to type in joinmyquiz.com like this over here. This is the ID, or you can just type this out, and then the next step, that is you will be getting this link which is for students. Quizzes for students. You just need to click on the first link that you get, right? And then you will be directed to a page like this. Okay, you should be able to see the quizzes icon, and finally you need to enter the game code over here, which I will be sharing shortly. Entering the game code, you will be asked for a name. You just need to enter in your name over here and click on start. Okay, once you click on start, you will be directed to this page where you will be waiting for other players to join. Okay, so let's begin. Please try to move to a browser where you can just type in joinmyquiz.com. Okay, and I will be sharing a code now. Yes, so there you see, you need to type in joinmyquiz.com, and that is the code 027071. Okay, students, so go ahead and try it out. Quickly go to Google. Yes, I see you all are joining. That's great. You need to go to any browser and click, and you need to type in joinmyquiz.com. Once you click, once you type in joinmyquiz.com and hit enter, you will get the first link. Try to hit the first link, which is for students, and it will ask for a code. The code is 027071. The code is 027071. Once you enter the code, you will be directed to another page where you have to enter your name. Try to enter in your name with your school name and click on start. Once you click on start, you will be here on the live dashboard waiting for other participants to join. So students, go ahead and try it out. I see there are 226 participants, and yes, you all are still joining. Great. So the quiz is really simple one. It is application based, just to check if you are able to identify the formulas wherein you need to solve the problem. Okay, so these are application based questions, and you need to identify the formula to solve that particular application based question. Yes. So I see 55 of you have already joined. Let me once again quickly repeat the process. You need to go to any browser, and Google in joinmyquiz.com. Once you hit enter, you will be directed to various links. You need to click on the first link. Once you click on that, you will be asked for a code. Enter in the code, that is 027071. The code is 027071. Once you enter in the code and hit enter, it would ask for your name. Enter in your name and hit start. You would be here on the dashboard waiting for other participants to join. Yes, 69 of them have already joined. We are going to wait for another 30 seconds and then we will start the quiz. For just 30 seconds. Yes. Everyone go ahead and try it out. The quiz is really easy, and it is only on selecting or identifying the correct formula to solve application based questions on surface area and volume. Very good. Keep joining, keep joining. Another 20 seconds and we will start. Another 20 seconds and we'll start. Yes, everyone. Google in joinmyquiz.com. You would be asked for your for a code, that is 027071. You would be asked for name next. Enter in your name with your school name, and finally hit enter. You would be here on the dashboard. 86 participants, and we will wait for another 10 seconds. Everyone, please try it out. This is going to be really fun. As you all know, solving maths or using your is like using your left brain, right? So it's a nice exercise to your left brain. Go ahead and try it out, and within next 5 seconds we are going to start the quiz. Great. So with that, I am going to start the quiz at my end. Other participants who are still struggling to join this quiz can try it out. Okay, you can still try to join in. So there we go. I'm going to start the quiz at my end. So students, go slow, read out the question carefully. There is no hurry. Okay, no need to give wrong answers. See, there is like both the things are important, accuracy and the speed. Try to be accurate on this quiz. Try to be accurate on this quiz. So read out the question slowly, nicely. Try to understand, because it is application based. You need to read it at least twice. Okay, read it carefully and select the correct formula to get it right. All right, so I see there are 95 participants, and Shravan is there on the top with Nisha second. Very good, students. You all are doing great. You all are doing great. Keep trying, keep trying. Very good, very good. You all are doing great. Raise the questions slowly and carefully. Raise the questions slowly and carefully. You will, of course, get it right. Okay? Try to understand or try to identify the shape first and then decide whether it is using the total surface area, curved surface area, or that has to be volume. So read it slowly. You all are doing great. Identify the correct formula. Very good, students. Try it out. So read it carefully. You all are doing great. Others, you need to still try and join in. The process is same. You need to go to any particular browser, Google it, joinmyspace.com, enter the code. The code is 027071. 027071. You just need to identify the correct formula. Try to identify the correct shape, step 1, and then think, is it total surface area, curved surface area, or is that the volume? Okay, so read out the question carefully, go slow, and identify the shape first and then the formula. You will not go wrong there. Keep trying, keep trying. You all are doing great. Wonderful. I see few of them have completed the quiz. There are 108 participants now. Very good, students. And if you feel that you can perform better on this quiz, you can quickly join in again using another browser. The process remains same and you can try out the quiz once again. Till then, others are still trying. We will wait for a minute. Okay, keep trying, students, keep trying. The questions are really easy. You need to understand or you need to identify the shape first. You need to identify the shape first. Is it a cylinder, a cuboid, a cone, or a sphere, or a hemisphere? Think what is the type of shape and then try to think on, is it total surface area, curved surface area, or is that volume? Okay, so try it out like that. Try it out like that. Go stepwise. Nisha is on top with 9,974 points. Ronak, Sakshi, Avnish, Shifa, Shravan, Sarvesh, Manasvi, Sai, 10 seconds and the leaderboard has changed once again. There are 150 players now, out of which 101 players have completed the quiz. Nisha, Sneha, Ronak, Shifa, Uttam, Sakshi, Khushi, Anis, Avnish, they are on the top 10 on the leaderboard. And with that, I am going to end the quiz. Yes. So okay, that's how the quiz is completed. And let us quickly look at the results. And on the top 10 students, those are Nisha, Sneha, Ronak, Sakshi, Shifa, Uttam, Sakshi, Khushi, Anis, Avnish. These are among the top students on the leaderboard. So thank you for trying out the quiz. And now we will just quickly look at the questions and also discuss the answers. Okay. So let us quickly look at the questions. What were the questions? So that is the first question. The first question was on soda bottle, okay, which is sold in an aluminum can. So you can see the shape of cylinder. It is a cylinder, right? And we are asked to find volume. So what is the volume of cylinder, students? That is pi r squared h. And then next was question on a sphere, a golf ball, that is a sphere, and we are asked to find the volume. So what is the volume of a sphere? That is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay. The next question, that was which formula will be used to find the cloth used to make a conical tent? Now this was another tricky question. A conical tent, and we are using a cover to make that tent, so clearly that has to be curved surface area and not total surface area. Okay, so curved surface area of cone, that is pi r l. Okay, students, and then next we are asked here the volume. So the shape over here is a cube, right? So volume of a cube, that is a cube. The answer was B. Find capacity of the cylindrical tank. The shape is a cylinder. And what do you mean by capacity? Capacity means the volume. So volume of a cylinder, that is pi r squared h. And then the sixth question was on finding the total surface area of a hemispherical bowl. So hemisphere, this is the shape, right? And total surface area will be the curved plus the top, that has to be 3 pi r squared. That was option A. And here this was the easiest question of the quiz. What is the shape? So the shape is a cuboid, isn't it? Then next was a question on baking pan. We are given the shapes or the dimensions. The dimensions given here are width, length, and height. So that would make a shape of a cuboid, right? And the question was, how much mixture is in the pan? So to find the mixture, this was a very tricky question because the shape was not given, but identifying the dimensions, you should be able to identify the shape. So the shape here was a cuboid because that has LBH, right? And how much mixture means that is the capacity, and capacity would be the volume. Volume of a cuboid is LBH, right? The next question here was again a easy question because the shape is mentioned over here, that it is a cylindrical shaped water tank. And how much paint will be needed? The question was how much paint will be needed to paint the water tank. So this question is not on volume, even though a water tank is used. This question was not on volume, it was on painting it. And of course we need to paint the total area, right? So this had to be the total surface area of cylinder, that was 2 pi r, r plus h, the B option. And the last question over here was, again, the shape is not mentioned, but it says it's a box. And the dimensions include height, length, and width. So that had to be a cuboid, right? And the question was how much material will be needed to make one box. So material needed will be the total surface area of a cuboid. And what is the total surface area of a cuboid? That option is D, that is twice of twice LB plus BH plus HL, right students? So that was a quick review on the quiz, right? And I am really proud of you. Thank you for trying it out. Yes, few questions were tricky, but the system or the process goes like this. You need to identify the shape, the formula, and only then you will be ready to do the working. So in the next class, that is tomorrow, we will be looking at few really nice application based questions from problem set, wherein we will require to find out or identify the shape, find out the formula, and then do the working. The calculation part is really easy. The main part is to identify the shape and the formula. So with that, homework will be, you can just try out problem set, uh, the problem set of this chapter, that is chapter 9, and that's all. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you so much, Madhuri ma'am.